Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome to another episode of B is for Build. Today's episode is going to be a fun one. So we have a Mk4 Toyota Supra, twin turbo, 6-speed. It's the best trim package that they made for this car. And Supras have a bit of a reputation for being huge powerhouse cars. They make a lot of horsepower. But how much horsepower does it make stock? And how much horsepower does that Lamborghini make stock? And how much horsepower does that Mustang make kind of stock? I thought, we own a dyno. We've only really tested out extremely high horsepower cars. Let's see what these numbers are. Let's see how fast is a Supra compared to, say, a stock Lamborghini. And let's find out once and for all, is the Mk4 Toyota Supra twin turbo in completely stock trim actually a fast car or not? The results will surprise you. Stay tuned. Before we get down to work, I want to take a second out to thank our sponsor. Today's episode is sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends. Raid has over 600 champions, all with unique skills. That's pretty amazing. Let's talk about my top 3 favorite champions in Raid. Number 3 is Brockus the Shifter from the Skinwalker faction, who is very useful for the arena. Number 2 is Battle Sage, the support champion from the High Elves, who removes all debuffs on allies. And my number 1 champion is Rotos. This is an Undead Horde legendary champion, and it's one of the strongest and most desired single target hunters in Raid. So let's talk about what's new in Raid. In August, Raid has the Forge Pass Season 3 with a limited edition artifact set. Raid's also bringing out some awesome champion skins for Mad Messers. And later this month, Death Knight is finally becoming a legendary champion. I cannot wait to see how Ultimate Death Knight turns out. So guys, right now, if you click my link in the description or scan this QR code on the screen right here, you'll get unique bonuses worth $30. We're talking a free epic champion Teriel, 200,000 silver, 1 energy refill, and 1 XP boost, and 1 ancient shard. All this treasure is going to be waiting for you right here, and guys, remember, rewards are only available for the next 30 days and only for new players. Huge thanks to Raid Shadow Legends for sponsoring this episode. Click the link in the description, play some Raid, have some fun. Let's get down to work. Behind me, we have the stock goodness. We haven't modified anything yet. Technically, I cut the muffler off. I mean, not even technically, I just actually did that. And we took off the engine clutch driven fan. So we might eke out a couple extra horsepower, but other than that, this vehicle is stock. We've got a little bit of work to do to get it on the dyno before it's like in a good spot to go on the dyno. So we should probably get to that. And then we're gonna dyno the hell out of this and the Lambo and the Mustang, and we're gonna see how fast everything goes. Today's just a fun day in the shop. We're just having fun with cars. So you guys remember, we had some bad fuel in this here fuel tank, some old fuel, and we mixed it with some good fuel and the car's running better, but it would not be a clean test. It wouldn't be a good test if we left the bad fuel in there. So let's get all the fuel out and put good premium in. Fuel transfer is happening. We're getting this bad fuel out of here. Now our preferred method of doing this is with a Holley 1,000 liter per hour or some massive mamma jamma of a fuel pump. We use a fuel pump because it's safe for fuel, right? So there's a lot of pumps that you can do to do fluid transfer, but a lot of them are not safe to use for fuel. So we do this, we run the sparky bits really far away from the car, pulling the fuel out of here, put it in there, and then donate that to charity. We'll be done any minute now. Bad fuel is out, new good fuel is on its way. Kyle went to go get a bunch of premium. We're gonna put it in there, but that's all buttoned up. Now, let's move on to the front because we got some new stuff. Our OEM fenders are in, front fenders. So I figured let's test fit them on there, get the bumper on there, probably test fit the headlights, just get it looking pretty for the dyno. I think it'll perform better if it thinks it looks better. It's like a new suit for a job interview. Yeah, that makes sense. First time fitting the OEM fenders on this car, and it fits really well. That's a really good sign. It means that our core support's in the right spot. Very happy with how it looks. Panel gaps, everything. These, I would say, are the best fitting OEM fenders that we've ever actually had on a car. So it's kind of a relief. Very awesome. Let's finish buttoning up the front end. This car just keeps looking better and better every time we put more stuff on it. Oh, the black, all the black with the black fender, black bumper looks really, really nice. So we got everything kind of just mock fit on here, good enough, and then we had to do some fluid work before we could get on the dyno. Power steering has been fixed and topped off. Coolant is clearly doing its thing. 2JZs are known for keeping bubbles in them, so we're definitely going all out on letting the thermostat open up and get the coolant in there. Now, this is a fun dyno day episode, so that's the building. The building's been done. This thing's ready to rip on the dyno. Which car should we dyno first? All right, guys, dyno fun day. You can pick any car here to dyno as long as it's rear wheel drive. So we can't do the GTR, unfortunately, because that's all wheel drive and our dyno is only rear wheel drive. We already know the Burnt-A-Con is 2 horsepower shy of 1,000. I was thinking the Mustang would be good first. Just like, be like good old LS, non-modified. We'll fire up the Mustang.
Mustang sounds good.
You know, that one's 2 horsepower shy of 100.
The DeLorean I don't think is worth dynoing. That poor thing. Yeah, let's get the Mustang fired up, get it on the dyno. All right, Mustang is all ready to roll. Well, or not roll. A lot of people mentioned that we don't strap down the front. You don't have to strap down the front, guys. It's a hub dyno. There's nothing pushing the vehicle forward. A 3,000 horsepower car could do a wheelie, but this ain't it. It's unfortunate we are not that guy. All right, so let's talk about horsepower guesses, guys. So we're gonna do, at the minimum, Mustang, Supra, Huracan.
Lock in all our guesses. Everyone takes a pick.
So, Mustang LS3 crate engine, 430 horsepower to the crank is what they're advertised at. Now you're gonna have some loss through a manual transmission. It will be less than it would be through an automatic. I'm gonna say that everything's gonna go down like it should on paper. The Supra is gonna be the slowest, the Mustang is gonna be in the middle, and the Huracan is gonna be in the fastest. But we could see some upsets here. What do you think the Mustang's gonna run?
375.
375 to the wheels? Kyle, thoughts? What do you think the Mustang's gonna run to the wheels?
376.
Oh, well, it's not Price is Right rules, but my guess is it doesn't have a cam, but I don't think we're gonna lose that much, so I'm gonna say 390.
390?
390, a little bit over you guys. Let's fire it up. Well, I'd be lying if I said this wasn't insanely frustrating. Dynapack dynos can be extremely finicky, and something is going on between the Mustang and the dyno. We set the dyno up like we have so many other times. Something's going on with the Mustang and the dyno where it's breaking up in the run. You can hear it breaking up. It's extremely unhappy. It doesn't do this when we street drive it. I mean, we think, to be honest, I mean, we've drag raced it one time. We've been in full throttle with this car one time, but it didn't break up on Oscar. And I mean, we've hammered it on the streets. We've never had any issues, but it's breaking up on the dyno. We'll show you the numbers. It's not very impressive. I mean, we got something half decent that did 75 horsepower. So, but both of these were like aborted runs because it broke up really bad. You can see that's at 4,000 RPM. It's just garbage runs. That's a bummer, not the fun way I wanted to start the fun day, but I just had what I believe to be a genius idea, which is Mercedes race car next. We're gonna load it up. I'm actually really excited to see what kind of power this thing will make. We're bringing back the fun dyno day. I just did think about this. The fact that it's breaking up, that could have been clutch slipping into the rev limiter, which would be sad. It's possible that our Mustang needs a new clutch. Movie cars weren't really known for having the most stout clutches in them, or ones that worked at all even. As Oscar said, had to get the most reliable car we had. When one car fails, get the one that's done 600 laps without any issue, except starting every single time.
Staying on the road a few times.
That's your fault, not okay. All right, target horsepower. This car has 215 horsepower to the crank, so now if we see 174 on the dyno, it's right. Let's do it. far, none of this has been easy. This car kept wanting to shift into different gear, but we finally got some good consistent pulls. 162 horsepower was our peak pull. We got 150 something our next time because of a little heat soak, 159. So this car, 215 at the crank, makes actually 160 horsepower to the wheels. Very good. We know the dyno's working. We have no idea what was going on with the Mustang. Supra is next. All right, everybody, time to guess. So, Supra from factory said they put 320 horsepower to the crank in the Supra. This is a manual, so it'll have less parasitic drain than the automatic transmission that we had in the Mercedes. But where it gets really tricky is that this was the rumored time of the horsepower wars between the Japanese manufacturers, and it's rumored that they said they put in 320 horsepower, but they actually put in a good deal more.
Who knows?
The GTR, we can confirm, they put in more power than they said they did. The R35 GTR.
Yeah, that was a handmade motor then.
Yeah. I'm gonna guess that they actually put in more horsepower than what they advertised, but that's to the crank, and then after the drain through the transmission, it's gonna be 320. So I think we're gonna see 320 on the Cuda.
320?
That's my guess.
All right, Kyle?
290.
290?
I'm being less generous.
I think
I'm gonna up it. I'm gonna say 330.
330. My backup guess is 275. 270, 260, 260. Supra, the most powerful car in the entire world. 236 horsepower to the wheels. So here's the graphs. Looks like I must have accidentally got out of it a little bit early on the very first pull, but you can see these are super consistent. This is the power that the car makes. And if you want to say our dyno's off and our dyno's low, then that means that our burnt con makes like 1,500 horsepower, because we make 1,000 horsepower on this dyno. But we did 2 pulls on those back end after it had heat in the system and everything like that, and yep. Hi guys, Chris from the future here jumping in. I was texting back and forth with Jared from Wrench Every Day. He's dynoed a ton of Supras, built a ton of high horsepower Supras, and he let me know that he's done like 50 Supras on stock turbos, and they run about 275 to the wheels. So the fact that ours ran 240 means something small is broken. So the correction, it's not 240, and we may say 240 a lot more. Should be about 275. It's probably a vacuum line is broken on ours, or we have a small boost leak or something like that. Now we will make probably double that. We will probably make double that when we're done with this build. So that being said, I just really wanted to kind of myth bust this. And honestly, I didn't even put the stock airbox in there, so it's got a little bit easier flowing air too. I'm pretty confident we can double this number. If not, we have nitrous, so we can double that number. Dude, let's see what a Lamborghini does. They say that thing is close to 580 to the crank. 570 something. Let's get it on the dyno. Let's risk it all. I mean, I full throttle that thing all the time when I'm driving around, so it's no different, except for loading up the clutch with all the torque. All right, guys, last up in the lineup, this is a Lamborghini Huracan LP580-2. So this is the rear-wheel drive version. 580 is supposed to represent the horsepower. It says it's got 572, I think, to the crank. It's got about 10,000 miles on it. It's not really any other interesting information about it. We haven't modified it really at all. It has a DCT trans that should not have as much loss as a standard automatic transmission. I'm gonna say this thing's gonna come out at 500 horsepower to the wheels. That's my guess. Any guesses?
440.
40.
Yeah.
515.
All right, let's do it.
That was awesome. That was freaking awesome.
Okay, so Kyle and I are about dead tied. Actually, technically 509 is a lot closer to 515. Let me show you the graph. I kind of got into it in a weird way this second time because I was worried about getting the right gear, but you could just see pretty consistent. Lamborghinis make all their top power at the very, very top end. The Burntacon is just like so much earlier, but yeah, 508 horsepower to the wheels out of a car that's advertised to have a 572 horsepower engine to the crank. Pretty cool.
It's impressive.
So this car, impressive. That car, sad for now. But our sponsors, ETS, Extreme Turbo Systems, have been cooking up the best products that are on the market for this thing, and we'll double its horsepower. We'll go from where it's at right now at 240 to the wheels to 480 to the wheels. That's promise. That's promise. You can take that check to the bank.
Since I was just on this, did I just win this car?
Yeah, it's Mr. Beast channel now. You could just drive it home. Well, I knew something would be surprising in this video, and it turned out surprisingly low horsepower from a stock twin turbo Supra. That's what we found out, but it runs great. It made pulls on the dyno just fine. We gotta get everything buttoned up and take it for its first test drive and decide the color that it's gonna be. And we'll do that in the next episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you on the next one. Peace!